let's talk about the learnings, right? So very unique circumstances you had to go through, say not just deploying such a big program of work, but doing it during COVID 100% remotely. So looking back at that end-to-end project and program, what were the key learnings that you would take from that transition to cloud?
So for us, it wasn't just the move to cloud. We really wanted to change the way we worked as an organisation. You know, we saw it as a huge opportunity, actually, that wasn't just purely technology based. You know, this was the thing. It was about freeing up the business, making us more business focused, less technology centric, and removing of legacy systems that we'd had for some time. So the change should never be underestimated, is what I'd say. I think going back to the COVID point and the remote working, I can't say I'd sit here and recommend anyone to ever do it remotely, if I'm honest. I think people have offshore resources often on these type of programs. I think people will be familiar with that in this sort of area, and that we had a little bit of a mix of that. But I guess we felt a bit hard done by that. We really wanted to have a collaborative deployment with consultants on site, and obviously we missed out on that. Obviously we lived our entire life on Teams all the time, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend that, and I'm sure obviously anyone today doing an ERP implementation would not say they're going to do it all remotely or all offshore. That's highly unlikely. So that's a key point. The other point for us was the really big shift. I think we had a really strong, and still do have a really strong finance aspect, let's say the more ERP side of it, but we really were transforming our HCM and HR processes as part of this. And that, again, that's not so much payroll, it is specific to HR, where we wanted to move to enabling the managers and employees to manage their work more effectively and directly without so much HR overhead, essentially, which, went, and as it does today, covers things like recruitment and performance management, absence, things like that. And the change for us, going from quite a complex industry of spreadsheets and Word documents and templates and policies to the cloud, was quite a big step. And I think it's still a step that we, to some degree, are still working on, a couple of years on. It continues to improve all the time, the experience, and we try to focus in on our customers to improve that all the time. But we chose an external change partner to support us in our journey because, going back to your point, it's a big program. We only have so many people and resources. So we felt that we needed extra hands to help with that. However, I would say, despite the scale of the program, some of the best changes are done by the people who live and breathe it ongoing. And so if I had to say to people, how would you maybe form your change team? I'd really try and create a core change sort of vehicle within the organisation that will see, obviously as the change partner rolls off, then that leaves you, but sometimes you're not mature enough at that time. Whereas if you keep that in-house, I think that would be something I think was definitely a key learning for me.
Andy, thank you for taking the time today to share your insights with us.
Absolutely welcome, Aaron. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.